Let me ask you a question. When Conor McGregor walks in a room, do you think he feels anxiety? Do you think he feels that fear that you feel when you walk into a room of thinking, what if that girl doesn't think I'm cute? What if that guy is gonna pick on me? No! Obviously, he doesn't feel that same social anxiety that you feel. What separates him from you? Confidence. That's the reason why he doesn't seem scared or nervous. That's the reason why he looks like the king of the room wherever he goes. And that's the same reason why you're so unconfident in a social setting. Whether that be in a group of guys, or that be in a restaurant, anywhere. You feel like you're inferior. You lack that confidence. You feel that social anxiety. Now, obviously you know that the difference between Conor McGregor and you, and why he feels fear and you don't, is confidence. But let's dig a little bit deeper. The real reason why you feel fear, if we remove all the junk of appearances and how you smell and how you look and if she thinks you're hot, the real reason why you're scared is a brain impulse. Fear is a primal instinct that all humans have that tries to lead us away from potential threats, from danger, from death. So if we bro science it a bit, the reality is that when you feel fear, it's just your brain telling you that you could be in some life-threatening danger. Now I know walking into a room, it may not seem like that, or I know I know that when you feel that social anxiety, you don't feel like you're actually in life-threatening danger. But your mind subconsciously feels it. It feels that danger of death. That's why you feel scared. That's why your hands get all clammy. That's why you start sweating and breathing differently. The whole reason for all of that is that you're scared of dying. So, your social anxiety, your fear of what other people think of you, and your fear of judgment comes from you thinking you might die. I know that sounds crazy, but just listen to me. A man's mind is very simple. From a primal point of view, the only things we really think about are staying alive and reproducing. All our actions are based on those two subconscious primal instincts. Think about it. If you want money, if you want to be rich, like a lot of men do, why? Why do you want that? Sure, you could say it's because you want, a supercar or...
Color.
You like the color?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had mixed reviews on the color. Some people said they like it, some people said they don't like it, and I said, well, what color's your Bugatti?
It's because you want to travel or you want to go to this place or have the best steaks in the world. But the reality is, and I'm not saying that you don't want that, but the true reality is that you want that to survive. And also, you know that having money and status eventually helps you get the woman that you want. So that leads back to reproducing. So all our actions, all our wants are based off of these two instincts. Likewise, when you're in a social setting, your primal mind is still active. So you know that, like it or not, there's other men in that room, or there's other men in that situation. And your mind starts wandering off to, if we were attacking each other, if it was a survival situation, who would come out alive? Would I come out alive? And I know that you have this, because every man does, or at least most men that I know of. I know I do. Every time you're walking on the street, or you see a guy and you're like, could I fight him? If we got into a fight, what would happen? I know that happens to me, and it's not like out of an ego thing, it's purely just instinct. And I remember back when I didn't know how to fight at all, I used to do this, and I used to, every single time I thought about this, I would think, yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to beat that guy. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to beat that guy either. And that would cause social anxiety. And then I realized that a big reason of why I feel like a bitch all the time is just because I don't know how to defend myself. And as a man, if you don't know how to defend yourself, your instinct of survival gets triggered. Why wouldn't it? Because you have no self-belief that if a situation happened where you had to defend yourself, that you'd be okay. I don't know why nobody talks about this. I see all these bullshit 5 keys to confidence guys. Your posture, breathe correctly, talk with a lower voice. These are all unconscious things that confident men do when they already know how to fight. Like, who's a boxer right now that a lot of people know of? Ryan Garcia. Do you really think he cares about his posture? Like, if you look at his posture, maybe he walks like this, he walks with his chest high, but is that because he watched the 5-minute tutorial on posture? Is that because he knows that nobody can fuck with him? Do you really think he's consciously like trying to make his voice sound deeper? Or do you think it's just a nice deep voice?
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Because he's just confident, not worrying about his fucking voice. And sure, I'm not saying that there's nothing else to being confident than just knowing how to fight, because that's stupid, obviously. But yeah, there's looks, and there's charisma, and there's having money, and there's having status. There's a lot of things, and there's having self-love, however you want to call it. But a big part, at least as a man, of feeling confident is feeling like a man, is feeling superior. What does it mean to feel like a man? It feels to be respected, to feel like people respect you, to feel like nobody's gonna fuck with you. And that comes from knowing how to defend yourself, whether that be verbally, emotionally, or physically. And I'm not just saying this out of, imagination. Like, I've experienced this personally. I went on my martial arts journey. I started off 1 year ago, and since then my confidence has done leaps and bounds. And obviously I'm not the best fighter in the world. And you might think, oh, you're unconfident because you say that. You should think that. No, I'm realistic. I'm delusional of where I want to be, but I'm realistic of where I am. But I'm 1,000% way more confident than when I started off. And you feel that. Your mind changes. Like, you feel more safe in every single situation possible. You know you can, have more chances of defending your loved ones, whether that be your girlfriend or your friends. When you're with your boys, you know how you feel that, like, macho instinct of, yeah, if we got in a fight, it would be so cool. You know how that side of you comes out? Well, that's because you're in a group, so you feel safe and protected. Like, if you fought, it would be 5 of you, so you'd be better off. It sounds crazy, but like, all self-confidence, all self-image comes back to just your primal instincts of survival. So if you're a young man, I don't know how old you are, but if you're feeling unconfident, if people bully you at school, or if every time you go somewhere you feel like people are judging you, just learn how to fight. Trust me. Take it from a guy that's experienced all that. Go to a martial arts gym, buy a course, get some personal training, and just learn the basics of fighting. I just don't know how to explain this. It will help you with your confidence. Like, try it for 6 months, and if it doesn't work, sue me. But I promise you it will work. So the solution to not having confidence is very simple. Learn how to fucking fight. Oh shit.